This PAMcast for May 19th, 2026. This is the state of affairs at Ruffian Software and TechIDManager for the past month and what you can expect to see in the next month. This is for existing partners, people that know what TechIDManager is, people interested in the internal workings of TechIDManager and want to know what's going on, partners that use the product around the world. If you are unfamiliar with TechIDManager or you're curious about what it is a PAM tool for MSPs. And once a month, we do a live demo that you should definitely join, or you should go check out techidmanager.com. And in the upper right corner, click request demo, pick a time, and I or some other person will meet with you and give you a technical overview of the product and tell you how it is the best privileged account management for managed service providers in our opinion. Now, all that's out of the way, I am very excited about this particular PAMcast because we have some big information, some big reveal coming. If you have been with us for a while, we've been teasing this, you'll get it. So let's bring up our agenda and talk about it. Boom, here we are. What we've been up to, new features, and what we're going to talk about next time. What we have been up to, SOC 2 audit progress. And if you noticed before, I wrote this as SOC II. It's not SOC II, not SOC 11. It's SOC 2. I was informed by one of the auditors I was talking to that it is SOC 2, not SOC Roman numeral 2. There are two different types of SOC 2, type 1, type 2, which are the Roman numerals. I've seen a lot of places that list it both ways, but that's just informational. We have been making significant progress on our audit, and before the next PAMcast, it should be done. Also, we are looking for a software developer. We are looking to hire, we're growing, we'd like to hire somebody. And in this process, I'm going to tell you that hiring seems to be a mess. The use of AI, the use of auto-submitted resume stuff, the charging for listing a job on LinkedIn, the inundation of people looking for a job right now, and the manicuring of resumes to make somebody look like so exactly like who you want when they're really not, and then doing an interview with a person reading off of AI. There are so many arguments both ways of this. I've been kind of posting some about it on LinkedIn. If you want, follow me there, check that out. If you know a software developer or are a software developer, check out techidmanager.com/software developer, or along the top, we have a company section with careers that we are looking to hire. Software developer is our most intimate need right now. So if you know somebody, let them know that we're looking, and let us know that they might be looking, and also connect us. And that connection is how I have always found people to hire before, is that person to person. I know this person knows this person. Let's connect people. That's the best way to do this, in my opinion. This month, there was, I believe it was this month, past month, there was news that came out about a government database, a bunch of government databases that were all deleted. This, when it comes right down to it, was a shared admin violation. There's a blog post about it on our website. About 96 databases were deleted by contractors who were fired, but retained access because their access could not be removed fast enough. There's some more details about this. This is, just to point it out, one of the problems and failings with shared admin accounts and not using a tool to manage it and trying to do it manually is like when you get somebody who's disgruntled and mean or ugly, and you might not even know who they were, things can go south quickly. That happened. Go check it out, read about it on our website under Insights and Blog. Pretty good. All right, now, if you have been with us for any amount of time, every month for the past couple months, we've been talking about this big new feature we've been working on. It has been getting some time, not a lot of time sometimes, a lot of time other times. It's just been kind of working its way along. We've been teasing it. The images for the last couple we had a Wheel of Fortune, which had a couple letters of it. Staying with TechID, it's TechID branded. We had a comic that was hilarious in our opinion. We had like a teaser with a few more letters, And then last month, we have even more letters of it showed, like a hangman's game. And a side note, I was trying to make like a hangman drawing for a game for one of those pictures that goes with the PAM cast. And it just looked too morbid. So we went with other things and used the hangman theme for the letters being revealed. But what we are doing is we are bringing to market a product called TechIDELEVATE. This will do UAC prompt control and management for end users as managed by technicians. So when an end user goes to do something that requires UAC or elevation, they'll get a prompt made by TechIDManager, brandable by you, that then will notify your technicians or one of the rule sets you've created to either allow or disallow that from running, or it'll go to a technician, either to their phone or the TechID client run their computer. They'll be able to approve or deny that request. The end user will then immediately see that, be able to run it or not run it, and given a reason why. This is PAM that's a different PAM. It's been a big gripe of mine internally, and my soapbox again all the time. There's privileged account management, which is what we do, which is acronymed PAM or PAM, thus the PAM cast. There's also privileged access management, which is the UAC prompt management and a few other things like that. Same PAM acronym, often confused. It has a bunch of the same technological foundations. So we're going to do both, PAM and PAM. And I think that we have done it really well. I like it. We'll actually do a demo of it later, really pretty soon, because it's been a lot of what we've been working on, that and the SOC 2 stuff. Pretty cool. TechIDELEVATE. It keeps the same TechIDManager, TechID client, TechIDELEVATE branding. It has the same ID logo. It will be brandable by you so that when your end users see it, they're not confused by the TechID logo. They'll have your logo on top of it. You'll be able to choose to overlay your logo on top of the yellow blue shield that's the normal UAC prompt logo, or put your own in, whatever you want. And it'll go to your technicians to approve. Whole bunch of rules there. It's really cool. A lot of features that are KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Simple, simplistic in their design and complicate the implementation, but simplistic in the thought and design around it so that technicians can easily manage the UAC prompt for large numbers of technicians, both from their phone and from their computer. We'll do a demo of it here in a little bit, as soon as we get to next time. That is the massive new feature that we are bringing to market. I am super excited about it. Been using it internally for a while now. I think it works really well. I love it. There's some polish being put on. Target release day is June 2nd, which is also my birthday. All of you can wish me happy birthday, and you can send millions of dollars to my PayPal account. Would love that. Yeah. It's a joke. Nobody's really gonna send me millions of dollars, but it would be awesome if you did. All right. New features for the past month. The past month has been mostly and almost exclusively SOC 2 and TechIDELEVATE, and trying to find a developer and the mess that is. But we have done some work and some releases. We have a lot of work queued up to release next month too. TechID Portal and TechID Host 654 went out. These are speed changes on the portal and host interactions, and some speed changes on the host and CPU processing that it does internally. This also had some rate limiting and a few other overall performance improvements that we put out. They worked really well. Not much to say about it. You won't even notice most of the stuff that's there. It's for some of the larger scale partners that we have. Really. And that's, as far as boring technical features that have come out, that's all. Like in the past month, every bit of work has been behind the scenes. Not much has been forward facing, unlike some of the prior months where like just stuff was blowing out. All right. Next time, there are these two features, the TechID Vault with improved leaf usage. That is all queued up and ready to go out. It just didn't make it through QA in time to get out the door this time. And TechID Login with Entra ID joined machine login. That is not done. It's being worked on. Some setbacks on that, but that should go out before the next PAM cast. All right. And then also, we are going to release TechIDELEVATE in a MVP beta internal release to existing partners only way. that if you've been here for any amount of time, you've seen this been on the list many, many times. So we're going to caveat that with, we hope there's a TechID Elevate release. We are targeting June 2nd, like I said, my birthday, which makes me super happy. Now, we've talked about it so much. We've teased it a bunch in pictures and comics and like all of our socially stuff. Let's actually see it and see what it's going to look like, what it's going to do. So I'm going to go on a limb here and do a live demo of it and show you what it looks like. This is a dev machine with a dev version, and this machine is pretty like torn up. All right. So what we have here is the TechID client, which all of you should be familiar with. Every tab, the manage tab, the password tab, the vault tab, the login request tab are all been there. They're all, you should be familiar with all of them. We now have this Elevate request tab. Usually you'll be here. An end user, this is a Windows 11 machine for an end user. They're just going along their day and they want to run something as admin. An update, an install, command prompt, PowerShell, whatever. They click run as admin. They see this request permission from TechIDManager or your branding. Why does this need to run as administrator? I put in a reason. Live demo for PAM CAST. And then I request permission. I click yes down here. It'll say requesting permission. And if you notice back here, TechID Elevate tab turned red. And down on the bottom of my screen, the TechID Elevate icon is flashing. When I click on this tab, I see that 0 minutes ago, this machine, CP11 win test, for the reason live demo for PAMcast, requested to run command.exe, which has a trusted cert. Cert from Microsoft, cert from somewhere, you can get the details on that. Has a trusted cert. I can either approve or deny this request as a technician. If I approve it, that will fill in that and let the user run it. And before I can get back there, the user is running an administrative command prompt to do what they want. These rights granted for this are only for this one program. It's not run the user context, to run a different context with just the rights that it needs to do, well, the rights it needs. Now they can do whatever administrative thing that they want to do. It lasts as long as it lasts, but it does not affect the rights that they have anywhere else. So if they go to run something again, they have to again re-request rights to do that. Any questions about that? Would love to talk about it in more detail. If the user requests to run it, it gives up on that prompt, or the technician's not immediately available, they get notified that they can then choose to run it later at that point, or they can run it later on their own. The approval for this one time stays persistent, blah, blah, blah. Lots of those edge cases have all been thought out. They're in there. Like Pregu, Ragu, whatever pizza sauce, it's in there. Isn't that the pizza sauce thing? Pasta sauce. I don't know. It is what it is. That is, in a nutshell, what it is. There's all the logging. There are rules. You can automatically let somebody run something. You can approve something to let somebody run it in the future. You can look at the elevations that technicians have allowed for the last time frame, month, week, year, whatever, and you can convert those to automatic rules so the technicians aren't involved. There's some logic around, at the end of every month, you get a report that says, hey, these things appear to have been elevated frequently. Would you like to convert them to rules for all users or some subset of users or some subset of machines? And you have choices on the granularity at which you'll be able to grant those UAC prompt elevations, whether it is per machine, per user, per executable on machine on user, all users at a site, whatever. You'll have all those choices. All right. So I, as you might can tell, am super excited about TechID Elevate. It becomes a product. It moves TechIDManager from a business perspective, from being a sell-to product to a sell-through product that will give you something from TechIDManager that you can then resell to your partners. Price. Everybody's immediately going to ask, what's the price on this? How much does this cost? Well, for the duration of time that this is in beta, or that an existing partner before today those people will get TechID Elevate for free for as long as we can sustain that. New partners, there will be a minor price tag increase with it per machine, per agent that you're doing it on. It will be very reasonable. We are thinking in the tens of cents per machine. We don't know. Like I've told everybody, and like was once told to me by a great salesperson that I respect very much. They said, pricing and quoting is like throwing mud at a wall. You throw it up there and see what sticks, and that's the price you go with. If it falls off, you change the price. Higher, lower, something. So at this time, existing partners, all of you on here that already have subscriptions to TechIDManager, it will just become included, and you'll be able to turn it on and use it, or not turn it on and don't use it. That will be up to you. We are not going to turn it on en masse and just let you deal with it. No, you're going to have to make the active choice to turn it on, and then it will work. That's what we know at this point. We're very excited about it. And for next time, because SOC 2 audits are limited duration time frame, well-known schedules on them, our SOC 2 audit will be done. And anybody that wants, any of your existing partners that need it for whatever, will be able to reach out to us, sign an NDA, and get a copy of our SOC 2 audit. So our SOC 2 report. So we're super excited about that. I know there are a couple of you, I know I say couple, but that might demean the quantity of you that are requesting it, but like there are a couple of you that have requested SOC 2 reports. We will have that. We'll send it along with all the stuff that goes with that. All right. There's a newsletter. It's hard to know which way to point when you're in front of a green screen, but newsletter over there. If you would like, sign up for it, and you'll get all kinds of information. You'll get the PAMcast agendas when they come out. You'll get notified that there's PAMcast. You'll get notified of releases when they happen, and we remember to send newsletters about them if they're big enough. And up there, that looking for a software developer, I'm going to throw this out there again. Hiring is a mess. I would much prefer to be told about somebody by somebody that I know, or a partner or a client. Connect me with a software developer who's looking for a job. The requirements are on our website. Well, the desires are on our website. Not quite requirements, but desires. This hiring process is being very interesting. I will probably do some sort of longer form video about the hiring process as soon as I'm through it and we have hired more people. All right. That brings us to a conclusion for the PAMcast for today. Thank you for being here. We love having all of you here and look forward to seeing you next month. And if you have any questions, email support@techidmanager.com. Always happy to hear from you. All right. And if you have questions about getting TechID Elevate enabled when we release it, you'll get a newsletter about it. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon, or in a month, or sooner.